Wasserman Boxing is coming to Edinburgh live on July 21st on Channel 5, topped with world title action as Lee McGregor looks to capture the IBO Super Bantamweight title against tough, dangerous southpaw from Mexico, Eric Robles. It's a huge fight. It's a huge card. On the other end of the weight scale, no Super Bantamweights here. The heavyweights collide. Dorbyshenko against Magic Matty Harris, who joins us today as the announcement goes out. Magic Matty Harris, thank you very much for taking the time, sir. You're looking well. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Not long finished swimming. Yeah, did another, I don't even know how much it was. I think it was about a K. Like a dolphin, mate. So, yeah, enjoyed that. Trained this morning, training again in another 4 hours. 3 hours, about 7 o'clock back in the gym. Absolutely smashing it.
Sounds like you've not stopped training since the last time we saw you, which, of course, was another short night for you. A lot of first-round knockouts. Is that part of the game plan when you get in the ring? Is that what you set out to achieve every time?
Do you know what? I feel like I've been asked this question before. It's like
Groundhog Day.
No.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. But yeah, I don't. It's not really something that I aim to do. I aim to hurt my opponent. I mean, that's the aim of the game. But as I said, like any weakness, any sign of weakness that I will see when I'm in the ring, whether it be his eyes or his body language or anything like that, then I'll go to take him out. That's what I do. It's professional boxing. It's the hurt business. It's what people pay to see. Times are hard. People hand over their hard-earned cash to come and watch fighters fight. So it's our job to provide entertainment.
Do you feel that maybe the level is stepping up for you now? I know this is not your first time against a man who's been the distance before, who's used to sort of seeing those rounds through. But Dorbyshenko has never been stopped. He's been in against, the likes of Moses Atuma, very highly regarded in the boxing fraternity. Is this you stepping up the level? And if so, is it the challenge there to stop him and be the first person to stop him? He's not been stopped before.
Yeah. I feel like all of these guys are on the same kind of level. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'll have any trouble getting him out of there. 19 stone. When we're fighting these 10-ounce gloves, I hit very hard. They're not very forgiving, than 10-ounce gloves, especially when you're as explosive as I am and you can punch as hard as I am. I'm naturally very athletic, so when you combine that with my boxing brain, you get a very dangerous fighter, and I'm always very relaxed. I don't really see it as stepping up the level as such, because when you punch someone, when someone like me punches you in the head very hard and very fast in them little 10-ounce gloves, then there's only really one way that your body's going to deal with it. You know what I mean?
I see you getting this little wry smile on your face every time you think about it and you visualize this. When I hit you, where I want to hit you, when I hit you, with the power that I decide and everything else. Are you enjoying your boxing career at the moment? This is another, another opportunity for you to excel in a field that you're clearly enjoying being in.
I absolutely love my job. To me, I've got the best job in the world. I get to go in there and punch people in the face and get paid for it. What a way to earn a living.
Yeah.
I would have been, it's as cliche as it is, but it's something that's inside you as a fighter. And you can tell who the real fighters are and who are the manufactured fighters. And someone like myself, I thoroughly enjoy my job. I love I love the way I go about my work. And part of the job is, well, you get to hurt people. So, but it's not just that. It's that to me, there's an art to it, because it's not like you can't just go in there, and especially as the levels increase, you can't just go in there and knock someone out. You have to earn the right to knock someone out. Knocking someone out is a privilege, and you have to, by outsmarting them, outfoxing them, you earn the right to knock someone out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I believe I do. You have to, like you say, you have to set that up yourself. You don't just go in there. The muscles and the power don't work unless there's motivation, unless there's thought process behind it. Let me speak to you about another heavyweight then, who I'm sure would talk very similar, very highly thought of on the scene. I think that you guys know each other, or you certainly know of each other. Moses Atuma. Dobyshenko was the first man to take him the distance. Did that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me. He's a kid. I'm still very green as a heavyweight, as I'm only 23 years old, sorry. I said 28 then. I'm only 23 years
years
old.
on for your life just yet, pal.
Yeah. And I'm viewed as really young. So he's still a baby. I think that fight showed us certain aspects of his character that you might not have seen in the other two blowouts that he had. But yeah, as I said, I'm not surprised by it. There's not very many genuine punches in heavyweight boxing. There's not many at all. There's a few but you know who they are. You can try and build someone up as a puncher, but as I said, you very quickly see as the guys supposedly get a little bit more durable, you see who the real punchers are and who isn't.
What are you going to do differently then to Atoma when you're in the ring? You've got the benefit of being able to watch that fight back. What are you going to do that is different when you're up against Concierge?
Watching the fight back makes no difference. What I'm going to do differently is I'm actually going to knock him out. Me and him are very. I'm not. He's a different type of fighter. I'm a different type of fighter. I'm going in there to get him out there. Fighting is just about being as tough as you are physically. You have to be 5 times as tough mentally in boxing, and you have to be extremely headstrong in boxing. I genuinely believe with my whole heart I'm going to go in there and get this guy out of there, and I won't stop trying until I do. If he goes past the first, I'll get him in the second. If he goes past I don't think he goes past the second. Look at the size of me. You seen how explosive I am with punching. You know I'm a thinking man when I'm in there. And if something doesn't work, you have to be able to change it up. Did you see? Since you were talking about him, did you see Atuma go in there and make any changes when what he was doing wasn't working?
Well, what I did see when they were up against each other was Dobyshenko clowning around a little bit. So he's got a personality in there. He's able to act, calmly and know what he's doing while he's in there. At the same time, I've also seen you and him have a little bit of a spat, if that's the right word, on social media, which tells me that, okay, maybe I wasn't watching Atuma's game plan as strongly as someone like yourself may have been, but I certainly saw the opponent and what the opponent, there's some characteristics about him, shall we say. Is that something that you have picked up on? And given that there's been these comments on social media where, let's be honest, he came to you first and he started this. I don't think you went out there looking to get into a little rally of words with him. But he leaves a comment on your Insta. You retaliate, and then there we go. We have a little back and forth. You know that he's doing that at the same time. He's playing in the ring with Atoma. How do you deal with that mentality and that mindset when the bell goes and you're in there?
To be honest, words don't really get to me. And to be honest, I think he is. I found him quite funny. Like it ended out because he was putting loads of garbage. Just, like proper stuff, the kind of stuff, like phrases you'd expect to hear in a movie. Mm. So I put back to him, I was like, did you learn all your lines from a Rocky film or something? And he said, yes. I appreciated the honesty, but I said, I'm not one of them guys that needs to be angry to fight. It's not really personal for me. It's business. Right? I know I'm better than this guy. I know I can get him out there. It's very hard to try and get in my head, mate. Seriously. I'm quite mentally tough, so. That being said, I'm still going to knock him out. I'm not going to I wouldn't say I'm gonna hit him any harder than I normally would do because of what he said. But definitely, as usual, not going to be pulling my punches. I'm going to be going in from him from the first bell.
What's the plan if everything goes to plan post Dobyshenko? You know, I know there's been talk of youth titles and there's ambitions in the game. What do you want to achieve later this year?
I want to get my foot on the ladder. I want to go for a youth title and see what kind of opportunities present itself from that, and then move on towards other titles, bigger and better things. I want to be aiming. The end goal through my career is I want world titles. I don't just want one. Do you know what I mean? So it's something that I genuinely believe that I can go out there and get. So I'm going to make sure that I do everything. My job is in the ring. That's where I handle my business. The stuff outside of that, that's why I've got a good team around me. That's where my team come in. But yeah, I'm going in there to try and I will always do this. It doesn't matter who's in there, what's on the line. I'm going in there to get them out of there every time.
You mentioned about having people around you. We can see that you've got an Anthony Joshua top on there. You spent some time with him in the gym. Derek Chisora, it looks like you two are getting quite friendly if you follow social media. Tyson Fury, you and him have spent some time together.
I'm going to chin Derek, you know.
You're going to what?
I've got to chin Derek next time I see him.
You have to expand on that.
Yeah, I know. He broke my phone the other day.
He broke your phone.
He broke my phone. Look at the back of this phone, Chris. Hold up.
That's definitely
Derek. I went out for breakfast the other day, and someone came up to me and pushed me on my back, and I turned around. I've dropped my phone when I was pushed, so I turned around. Seen it was him. Plant one on him, didn't I? So yeah, then he took us out for breakfast to apologise. I mean, after I picked him up off the floor, carried him over to the cafe, and I got some food.
So he has bought you breakfast, but you still got to go and talk about the phone, yeah?
Yeah. We need to have another talk about that because I'm very much not happy about that, and we're not just going to let that sit there.
Broken phone shenanigans aside, though, it looks like you and him have got a bit of a relationship. You've been out, obviously, training with other world-class operators. Is that the sort of level that you feel comfortable when you're training with these guys? Even sparring, you don't need to go into the specifics, but do you feel that like that's the level that you're comfortable at?
Yeah. I'm not going to answer that question any other way. You have to see yourself at that level. Obviously, I'm very much unproven, I suppose is the right word for it. At this moment in time, still got a lot of people to knock out between here and there.
Yeah.
But technically, that's the kind of standard I hold myself to. I don't really compare myself to. I try my best not to compare myself to these other guys because I want to be better than, not at that level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But yeah.
Let's speak about Scotland and Edinburgh, where you're headed to. Have you been to Scotland before for work purposes? Have you boxed? Have you sparred up there?
I've never, ever been to Scotland before in my life. Before I boxed in Newcastle, the furthest north I'd ever been was probably Manchester. Seriously, like I had no business going up north. It's cold up there, so until I boxed there, I'd never been there. But yeah, I had a great time.
What do you expect from the Edinburgh crowd? What do you know of Scotland? There's a couple of other heavyweights up there that I'm sure you've had your eye on in the past.
Who's that? Actually, I'm not even going to say names. I think I know who you're on about. But yeah, there's I'm not really. Let's put it. The only thing I know about Scotland is that it's got a big wall somewhere. There's a wall up there, isn't there?
Yeah, near the castle, yeah. Well, you could put Hadrian.
Yeah.
There's Edinburgh Castle, yeah. We should do that.
Yeah.
We listen. We're going to have to get you a tour guide, a pamphlet or something, and really fill you in. You're going to love it.
I'm going to have to Google it and watch some YouTube videos on Scotland because that says before. I've never. I don't really travel, so I stay in the gym, I stay working. But I am looking forward to going up to Edinburgh. It's a new experience. I had never been to Liverpool before I boxed up there. Do you know what I mean? So it's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, I am looking forward to fighting up there. It's a little bit of a way away. I'm not looking forward to the traveling, but I am looking forward to. How far is it from you, Edinburgh?
From me, well, I'm Manchester, so
yeah,
about I'd say probably 4 hours, 5.
Nah, it's a 6 hour drive from me.
Oof. Well, listen, the Meadowbank fan base, they're in force for Lee McGregor, and they are rowdy. We've seen Scottish boxers raise the roof. Josh Taylor just recently did that over in New York, raised the roof, didn't get the win, but of course took the Tartan Army with him. Lee McGregor, expect no difference. And they're going to be looking at the heavyweight division and wanting to see knockouts. Are you the man to deliver those knockouts?
We both know I am, Chris. We both know I am. You know I'm going up there to try and get them out there. That's why I'm being put on up there, because I knock people out. So, what arena is it?
Meadowbank.
Meadowbank. How many people get in there? Do you know roughly, like, what's the capacity on it? Do you know?
I don't know. I'll find out.
All right. That's just off the top of your head. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going there. What's Scottish food like? Is that all?
Well, porridge, haggis. You'll have to tell me. You listen. You're listen. This is your job now, outside of training, is to work on Scottish culture. You've got to.
I'm gonna 100% work. I'll tell you what. I'd still give haggis a go. In fact, what is it? Is that lamb? What is it?
I have no idea, mate. I don't eat the stuff. But again,
well, you're gonna. If I'm eating it in Scotland, so are you.
The final thing I want to ask you about, Matty, before we let you go, have I seen you training with Misfits star Paul Bamber?
Maybe.
How's that going?
Maybe. I'm in the gym with him today, actually. So
for the first time.
For the first time, you probably picked the wrong time to call me, but yeah, I'll be in with him in a bit. I'm looking forward to it and beating him at Mario Kart, because someone's been spreading rumors that apparently I'm trash at Mario Kart. So
I didn't say you were trash. I said you weren't as good as me.
Yeah, that's not what the message says, my friend. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go out there and once again prove people wrong, prove the haters wrong.
Well, listen, Matty Harris, we can't wait to see you in Scotland live on Channel 5. It is a huge show. It's world title action at the top of the bill, straight underneath there. It's the heavyweights, and it's the man delivering all the knockouts, delivering on his promises time and time again. Matty Harris, we can't wait to see you back out there. Good luck, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Christopher. Appreciate it.